What's going on, everybody? This is Sunaak here, welcoming you back to another episode of my Majora's Mask 3D Let's Play. In the last episode, we went ahead and got a lot of the side stuff done and went over to the Ikana Canyon. And in today's episode, as you can see here, we're doing post-commentary yet again. Hooray! But no, in all seriousness, in today's episode, we're going to be progressing through the story of Ikana Canyon this time around. So I did do the first day cut there, and as I did come back from the Astral Observatory area because I did get the 200 rupees, because in today's episode we need to get a whole bunch of items so we can go ahead and progress through the Ikana Canyon section. So as you saw in the beginning, I did get a powder keg because it will save us a trip later on. So I highly recommend getting 50 rupees or the 200 rupees and beginning this shopping trip that we're doing. But long story short, we're gonna need 5 magic beans. If you're playing on the N64 version, you only well, let me do that again. We're gonna need 5 magic beans if you're on the N64 version, or 1 on the 3DS, 10 Deku Nuts for the 64 version, or 1 for the 3DS version, and then 10 bombs for both versions. Fish, milk in bottles there, and then a blue potion is optional, but it will only lead to rupees and stuff where we're gonna use it, so it's unnecessary. So if you want to do that, you can. And a powder keg just to save a trip for having not to go back to Clocktown. Milk is kind of easy to get here. On the way to Southern Swamp, there is a little secret hole here if you use a bomb. There's 2 cows, but if you listen closely in that area, you can hear the cows mooing, so it's kind of weird. But if you play them upon a song, they will be very grateful and produce some milk for you. So we got some milk there, which is very, very nice. And with that, I think that almost everything already. I believe that was everything. I could be wrong. I think we're just missing the magic bean. But I don't even know what I was doing here. I think I was just checking the nest here. But yeah, it's just a bunch of wasps and stuff. So past me. Congratulations, you played yourself. But let's go ahead and get out of here. I think we go to Southern Swamp from here. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and buy the beans from here, because do not buy them from Clocktown. There are 10 times the price. Like legit, they're 10 times the price, because it's the 10 here. There are 10 rupees here, and then at Clocktown they're 100. So trust me, do not buy from there. Forgot that I had to talk to him as a Deku scrub here, so thanks for stopping by. Magic beans for 10, so very quick and easy. You only need 1 for the 3DS version, but like I said, N64, make sure you get 5. But on the way to Ikana Canyon, I'm actually really excited to get started on this section of the game, because my god, dude, this place has so much lore to it. It's very crazy. Just the idea of this place, really. So we're gonna go ahead and knock Tingle down so we can grab the map of the area, because again, you guys can't see it, which is unfortunate, but at least for my sake, I need it. But very excited. Ikana Canyon's very interesting in terms of the lore of the place, interesting in terms of just the whole thing of the undead and everything. I feel like Zelda in general is very interesting in how they handle, each region of their games and stuff. I don't know, it's very cool. I love, again, Majora's Mask is one of my favorite ones. It really handles the idea of death and stuff like that. It's just really crazy. So I don't know, it's really interesting. But on the way over here, we have the Spirit House. This guy might look a little familiar to you. It was founded on this land, stained with the history of darkness, drenched in blood. So see, there's already going crazy with this. Even now, it's a place where troubled, regretful spirits gather. If you're seeking the one who is the stronger than you are, you may find strength here. From a group of spirits plagued by lingering regrets. If you have faith in your skills and might, then try saving these wandering spirits. But the earthly price you must pay is 30 rupees. So make sure you do have 30 rupees for this. This is for a reward. So make sure we are going to handle this. But if you guys have played Ocarina of Time, these Poe sisters might look very familiar to you. I need to see what the names are, because I don't think in past me did me the favor and did at all. But either way, we have to defeat them in under 3 minutes, which is very, very crazy. It shouldn't be too hard. It's a non-stop 3 minutes, so be very aware of that. Hold on. While I'm letting that handle. I was trying to find the sisters' names. I'll probably more than likely just put them on screen. I'm so sorry, but we have, again, the Poe sisters are very interesting. They, the first one, well, apparently the blue one's named Beth. That was the only one I did. I think in the middle of this battle, I was like, okay, you know what? Let me see the names. Here's the final sister. She is very interesting in the terms of she fights very differently. She will clone herself, and the one that spins is the real her. You cannot touch her with a sword, so you will have to use your arrows here. But the fight is interesting. You only have the one sister in the beginning, the two sisters who fight the same in the next, and then this one who fights very different with the clones. So, can be tricky if you're not really prepared for it, but it's not hard, to be honest. Like, I think it's 4 hits, if I'm not mistaken, with the arrows. You could use fire arrows and like ice arrows, I think, to do more damage and stuff too, so that could be useful. And with that, we actually completed it, so not too bad, but I know it can be kind of pressuring for the 3 minutes or whatever, so. Which the ladies kept. Take it, Sunaak. He didn't even know our names, so. We got our 41th heart piece, so we defeat all 4 Poe sisters in under 3 minutes, so. That is your name, correct? We know people. I knew you were coming. My own soul has been healed too. And with that, yee. So we free the canyon ghosts. Very interesting character, and he slowly fades away. So he himself was a spirit as well. So very interesting. And with that, I promise we're done with a lot of the side things, so we're gonna go ahead and continue on. But with the main focus here, as you can see, we have a bunch of Gibdos, is what these mummy enemies are called. You can't hurt them with any arrows or anything like that. You can kill them with the sword, but I think they do come back, so it's kind of pointless. We can't go into the house. Keep away from my house. My father's not one of you. So, again, this house here is the main focus, and I thought this was funny. But apparently that one on the very left saw me, and it wasn't the one that was nearest me. That's kind of weird. They only react to sound, which is interesting. So they're kind of annoying enemies to deal with in packs and stuff. So don't really worry too much about them. You do have to come over here to the top where the dried out well is and stuff. So.
What business have you in the Akana Kingdom, the land where only the dead roam? This is no place for one as full of life as you. Or do you say that you wish to join the dead? That is fine. If that is the case, then sleep gently to the melody of darkness that the great composer Sharp shall play, and join the ranks of the dead.
Thank you, past me, for waiting on that text box. We got to read. But, just like he said, we have Sharp and Flat. All we had to do is play the Song of Storms in order to heal ourselves from this and get, or drive the curse away, so. What's this? This song? No, it can't be. This song. So a hint to that she unlocked the door now, so.
Flat, my dear brother. Forgive your foolish brother who dreamt of the royal family's revival. Ye who do not fear the dead. With my brother's song, you have broken the curse that has been placed upon me. That is all thanks to you. We dead should not be lingering here in this land. It was all the trick of the masked one who had upset things. If you truly do not fear the dead, I wish for you to go to the temple in this land and sever the roots of the evil curse that torments us. To do that, you must seek out the king and the only one that knows the way into the temple. The king is the ruins in the Ikana castle awaiting the one coming or the one who will break the curse. I hope I read that right. I have made my final request.
Okay, so we have our objective now. Very cool, very interesting little area, and cool to see the Sharp and Flat Ghost Brothers in this game too. So again, a lot of these characters that you're seeing have been in Ocarina of Time, so definitely got to play that game for the channel in the future. Feels kind of weird doing it out of order, but the stone mask, we will need it now. You don't have to use it, but I would be very careful because that little girl at the river, if she sees you coming or hears you coming, she'll run away. But the stone mask will make it easier for you to get into the house. So, the music box house. So, kind of a nice little quaint place to live. Kind of weird that it's like, okay, here's the dining room and that's it. They don't have any bedrooms, nothing. It's just the dining room and the bottom. The little party area, as I like to think of it. And look at that, we have a Gibdo with a weird human face. So, obvious thing that we got to do is play Song of Healing. We've done it for each and every area, and this one is no different. Maybe not even the Southern Swamp. I don't think so, because we were already at Deku before then. So. This part is very touching, not gonna lie. Father? Father! Pamela. What have I been doing this whole time? You haven't been doing anything. You've just had a bad dream. You were just having a little nightmare. Oh, Pamela. Just like that, we obtain another mask. Allows you to talk to Gibdos, but it is sadly not a transformation mask. This was once the hideous face of Pamela's father, so Gibdos would mistake you one of their own. I like the little teddy bear in the back there. So you try to talk to them, Tad will get mad at you. Don't you get it? You're so insensitive. Just let them have their moment and move on. There's really not much to do. I think in this playthrough, I'm so dumb. I don't go back ever and talk to them, which makes me so sad, or I have not at least yet. And the next episode, or one of the future episodes, I think I do need to go back and talk to them and see what they say, because I don't even do that in my personal playthroughs at all, so. But as I said, the Gibdo mask is unfortunately not the transformation mask. We only have the 3 that we can turn into. I don't know if there were any rumors or anything that they were talking about, or if there was like a reason they scrapped it or just didn't have a transformation for this. But might have to look that up and see, but it would have been interesting. Can you imagine like having to be a Gibdo or something like that in this area, or being something like of the undead? So it would have been interesting, but either way, I'm fine with the transformations that we got. But in the bottom of the well, here is something that he wants, something crunchy and will sprout with water. So magic beans here. This is kind of like a really weird trade quest, not gonna lie. That's why I recommended that you go get a whole bunch of things from the beginning, like I said, because it will save you a whole bunch of trips coming back out. And, there will be some items here as well that you can use. Or that you'll need that are in here, but it's I think it's just a lot easier to just come with everything, so that way you could just go around and be fine. So here he's asking for the fish. I bear you no remorse. So they all just say the same thing. It's nothing too crazy. They're just asking for specific things. The Gibdo mask is really used for this area only, because there's no real... Well, there is, but I'll get into it a bit later. But as of now, this is going to be the reason why we have the mask. Flash is bright and should be dropped like a bomb, or can be dropped like a bomb. So those are going to be the Deku Nuts here. Fairly simple. I think in the 3DS version, they cleared up the text a little bit, in terms of just how, like, I don't know. In the 64 version, I think they asked for it a little weirdly, so I think it can be not hard, but it can be a little weird. He's asking for hot spring water here. We don't have it, but I think this is whatever. It's not like part of the correct path anyway. But I think they changed it up to the text being a little bit simpler in terms of like what they're asking for, and I think it's just a little more straightforward. Something that goes boom. I think literally bombs here, so. Okay, nice and easy. Where does this lead us to? Okay, so here, I don't know if the 64 version, it's been such a hot minute since I've touched the 64 version. But we do have another big Poe here that we gotta fight, because I think at least in this episode, it's gonna be necessary to leave this area. Shouldn't be too hard, just hit it with arrows and stuff. I like how they have the spinning blade things around the room, which the room is really huge. They should have either added more or made them go in different directions and stuff if you really wanted this place to be kind of like a challenge. But it is what it is. And with that, we get another big Poe soul. This is the second location and final location of a big Poe. So you can do this or the graveyard on the third day and stuff to go ahead and grab a big Poe to sell for 200 rupees a piece. However, I think if you're really gonna do a big Poe grind, you should probably just come here. It's so much easier. And I don't think you have to wait for the third day and have Dompe dig up the graves and stuff. So kind of pick your poison there, I guess. And either way, there's better ways to grind the money out, and so you can get it quicker and not have to stress out. And here you can actually get a lot of the Deku Nuts fairly quickly. So you should be able to pass through this place no problem, in all honesty. So a lot of pots here, but I think, yeah, they have like these black bows. So kind of a little trick area to get you to attack them and be surprised, but whatever, they're just black bows. Something small and creepy. This is going to be the bugs, but it's an optional area. And I think this is the big, yeah, a big ghost, but a big one at that. So that's where the big Poe comes in. I'm not too worried about the money situation because there's better ways to grind it, like I will continue to say. So I think we need the fire arrows and stuff there, so, or the Deku sticks. It's just for little things anyway. Like I don't even think I go to it. Yeah, just be careful there. If that top one actually hits you at the bottom, you'll reset, so be careful with that. A nearby cow makes when you play a certain song. So like, see what I mean? Like they just they simplify it. I think like in the 64 version, I think they'll say like, oh, give me something rich in calcium and something like that. And like, you know, for people who know that milk has calcium, it's good. But I guess for maybe like little kids who don't really know what calcium is per se, I don't know. It's just they simplified it in that way. I think they didn't make it that hard. And with that, we should be nearing the very end of the bottom of the well, so shouldn't be too bad. Just light the 4 torches because again, you need to leave with this. Because again, very important item we're gonna get here. Suspenseful, what could it be? have light shining at the bottom, I think. Mirror shield, hooray. I don't like the face in this one. This one has a very weird mirror shield. I don't know why they did something like this. So far I really like either Wind Waker's or Ocarina of Time's. But to be fair, it fits like the theme of Majora's Mask, I guess. It's just weird though. I don't know, the face like the whole time. You gotta stay looking at it for the rest of the game. And when you have it, you can't even switch back to the regular shield at all. So it's not like Ocarina of Time, unfortunately. Because I know Wind Waker does that too. But anyway, we made it to Ikana Castle, so it's very quiet. Let's go ahead and listen to this when we get out of the ladder. And honestly, I think this is probably where I'm gonna go ahead and call it quits. I was gonna go that way to see if I can open it up early. You do have to leave here and come back. I don't do this till later. But with that being said, I am going to go ahead and end the episode off here. Thank you all so much for watching. In the next episode, we're going to go ahead and tackle everything that needs to be done at the ancient castle of Ikana. Don't worry, I'm not really doing anything here. I'm just kind of shooting around and doing things. But thank you all so much for watching. And with that being said, I will see you guys in the next episode when we actually go ahead and tackle the castle of Ikana. So thank you all so much for watching. See you all then.